WGN Investigates tonight. A Chicago woman lists her vehicle on a car sharing service and it lands in an impound lot after a high-speed chase.
WGN's Dana Rebick has the surprising story.
Just wrecked out, flipped at 12 miles to the off-ramp.
A high-speed chase outside Detroit.
Car's clear. Hey, stop! Police! Police! I got him. Gunpoint. Put your hands out! Put your hands behind your back now!
Ends with a suspect in custody driving a car stolen in Chicago.
I don't often get surprised. I thought after this career of 40 years of doing this, I had seen a lot, but I had never seen anything like this.
It's a story that began Thanksgiving Day. Becky Barron had just listed her 2021 Nissan Rogue on the car sharing service called Getaround.
I didn't use my car very often, mostly to get to and from work, so it would just sit in my parking garage on the weekends. And I figured, hey, this is a great way to, offset my expenses and maybe help someone else out in the meantime.
Like an Airbnb for vehicles, Getaround is one of several online platforms like Turo and Hire Car, where consumers can book a short-term rental for errands or while on vacation and pay a fee based on the length of the reservation. Barron had 2 successful rentals before she woke up to a strange alert.
Saw a notification on my phone that somebody had instantly rented my car, picked it up at 4 a.m., and it was long gone at that point.
A 62-year-old man from Detroit had supposedly booked the 5-hour rental, but the driver's license used online had been expired for 3 years.
I knew instantly, like in my gut, something is wrong.
Barron accessed this security camera footage from her parking garage, which shows a much younger-looking man picking up her car. Barron immediately called Getaround, telling them she thought her car had been stolen.
They kept telling me, give this person the benefit of the doubt. They passed all of our checks.
Getaround attempted to call and text the renter with no success. Barron quickly learned through a tracking device installed in her car that her Nissan was nowhere near Chicago.
And it was continuing to grow further and further away. And it was an hour before the car was supposed to be returned, and it was something like 180 miles away.
The vehicle finally stopped at a Citgo gas station in Lincoln Park, Michigan, where Getaround remotely disabled the Nissan Rogue and sent a tow truck and repo team there. Both reported being threatened.
The tow truck reported back saying there were individuals in the car and they didn't feel safe retrieving it.
Why the company didn't then contact the local police in Michigan to get assistance with the recovery of the car is a mystery to me.
Barron then contacted Chicago police,
who told me that they could not take my report since Getaround had assumed responsibility for my car. They were the ones that then needed to call and file the report.
But Getaround didn't do that, so Barron went back to CPD and filed this stolen vehicle report, not mentioning the car-sharing service this time, so there could be a record on file.
I went into it with an expectation that the company would want to quickly make good for its customer, and I was surprised when that didn't happen.
I can't even tell you how much time I sat in queues on hold waiting to talk to people.
Barron contacted attorney Bob Slobig after she was getting nowhere with Getaround. The company agreed to give her $500 for a rental car. 3 weeks passed when she then learned police had finally located her Nissan. After leaving that gas station on Thanksgiving Day, 5 days later and about 25 miles north of Lincoln Park, police in Royal Oak, Michigan attempted to pull the Nissan Rogue over because it didn't have its headlights on.
He's running, 2 passengers running. They're running east into Madison Heights.
Police arrested Robert Lawrence Engram for possession of a stolen vehicle and obstructing and eluding police. A report shows there were multiple debit and gift cards, iPhones, and an iPad in the vehicle. A juvenile was also taken into custody. The third suspect got away.
What I was told by the police, the detective in Michigan that is in charge of the case, is that it was likely part of a whole underground crime ring where people steal cars and then they pass it around to conduct illegal activities.
We contacted Chicago police to find out how many other cars have been stolen through Getaround's platform. In 2022 alone, they report 28 of them.
You need to be careful that this can be a way to make some extra money if you don't use your car a lot, but that there are real risks involved.
Todd Kossow, the director of the Federal Trade Commission's Midwest office in Chicago, says his agency issued a consumer alert for peer-to-peer car rental apps last summer after a number of concerning reports of cars damaged, stolen, or used in the commission of a crime.
You having your car available on the app can make it a target for thieves. You need to go in with your eyes open.
In Washington, D.C., the Attorney General took action against Getaround in 2021 after investigating multiple complaints of stolen vehicles, fining the company $950,000 for engaging in unfair or deceptive business practices and misleading consumers on safety and security measures, demanding Getaround upgrade its policies and procedures and pay restitution to customers affected. Becky Barron also filed a complaint with the Illinois Attorney General's office.
The fact that Getaround doesn't seem to be bothered by this, doesn't seem to care at all about how they are affecting people's lives, is what is just so upsetting to me.
During this whole ordeal, Barron took to social media and received a message on Instagram from Getaround CEO Sam Zaid, where he apologizes for letting her down and says, quote, "I'm sorry again that we effed up here. We plan to retro the situation and adjust our internal processes to avoid this in the future." We contacted Getaround, and a spokesperson says the company thoroughly vets its renters using a third-party ID verification software system. Getaround says that system contacts the DMV, which cleared the 62-year-old who booked the rental despite the expired driver's license. Renters also have to upload a selfie and a second form of photo government-issued ID, Getaround using facial recognition to validate a renter.
I trusted in their processes. I trusted that their safety measures were in place the way they guaranteed me that they were.
Barron, who now often uses Uber to get around, is still without a vehicle and says she won't be using car-sharing services anymore.
Since Barron's vehicle was leased, Getaround's insurance company paid Nissan directly for the total loss. Barron received $3,000 for the title transfer, license plate fees, and taxes that she paid when she first leased the car. That vehicle remains impounded in Michigan, part of an active criminal investigation. Now, as far as why Getaround didn't contact the police in Michigan when those two repo attempts failed, the company says by law, a car isn't considered stolen until it hasn't been returned for 3 days. In a statement, the company says, quote, Getaround has always been committed to connecting safe, convenient, and affordable cars with community members who need them to live and work. The company says it has also upgraded its hardware and implemented better security practices. Dana Rebick, WGN News.